championship player. Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40. Can't wait. Let's go.
What's up, everybody? This is your boy Freddie Henderson here at the Sports Empire Network. This is another episode of the Freddie Facts. I just had to do a show because I was ticked off by the morning show. I was ticked off, ladies and gentlemen. I was ticked off. They rubbed me the wrong way. Good morning, Will. How are you doing, sir?
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I was doing good before I woke up. I couldn't even get my little eye boogers out my eyes until I heard the blasphemy, until I heard the craziness that was coming out of your mouth, out of Chris' mouth. I mean, good Lord, I said I'm coming on the show. I messaged the brother last night. He ran from me because he know I was gonna hold y'all accountable. Because I know that y'all was going to come on that show talking crazy, going to make people feel like that was the second coming of the NBA championship. I mean, good God Almighty, it's one game, ladies and gentlemen. And if I don't recall, the Denver Nuggets pretty much ran back the same team from last year this year. So they already have chemistry. And if you ask me, they did. They had some points where their offense did look stagnant. But we'll talk about it. Let's talk about it last night. Yes, my Los Angeles Lakers lost 119 to 107.
119-107, yes, sir.
12 points. First off, I want to correct. I think you said this. It might have been Chris. You said that this game wasn't even close, just like the other ones. Did you say that, or did you say that, or not?
I think Chris said that, but I have to agree with Chris.
That's false. If you go back and do the research, all those games was close. It all came within the last minute or two of the game.
But see, here's the thing, though. But I think the difference between us and how we call things, you're a Lakers fan. I'm not. And I think that's the biggest difference. Because, see, Lakers fans seem to think that everybody else has to be a Lakers fan. And we all are not Lakers fans. Now, is my team any better than the Lakers? Hell no. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan, and our roster is trash. But I'm just saying, I am not a Lakers fan. Therefore, I can talk a little bit more objectively than maybe you would.
See, one thing, Will, when it comes to me doing shows, talking sports, I take my blinders off. I take my fan glasses off, and I speak facts. That's why I wanted you on Freddie Facts, because I know you've never been on a show where it's going to be so much factual information that's coming at you. So that's why I invited you on Freddie Facts, because I talk nothing but the facts over here, my boy.
I've been here before.
Yeah, so you should know.
I've been here before.
So you should know.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm talking about is the games are always close. They never blown us out. So let's not sit there and say, act like they done something. And number two, we're 1-1. We are 1-1 with them. We beat them the year we won the championship in the Western Conference Finals, and they beat us. So all this talk that Denver is done, I don't get it. I really don't get it.
But
I'm like, now hold on. I'm like, y'all running y'all mouth and act like y'all have dominated the NBA. Y'all have had one wet dream. Y'all have had one wet dream and act like y'all running the NBA. Pump the brakes. Now let's get into the game last night. Sure. Anthony Davis has to be better. I agree. He has to be better.
Trash.
But I will not criticize that brother after one game. He had one bad game. He didn't even have a bad game. He had one bad half. Because the first half I said, okay, I like this AD. I like that. He's attacking. He's shooting threes. I mean, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. Second half, he was a no-show.
Trash.
First game of the season, you opened up in the Mile High in the altitude, so I'm giving you a pass. You better not do that again. That's your last pass for me for the season.
He hit a pass at all.
Key, I disagree. I like the fact that he's shooting threes because what they do is they space the floor out even more.
How do you
AD,
get?
he's not going to be like Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid, where he's going to shoot too many. We see last night he only shot 2. Darvin Ham, he even came out and said that he's not that he want him to shoot 6 threes. He don't. He's when he wants AD his mind to be willing to take the shot because we've seen times where AD can be wide open and he don't take the shot. He want him to go back to the way he was shooting the mid range because people forget AD was deadly in the mid range. He was deadly. It went away for some reason, but he used to be deadly in the mid range. But AD has to be better.
Rest of that squad got to be better.
But it's about the others.
D'Angelo Russell did nothing for you last night, and there's no Bruce Brown excuse.
I agree. D'Angelo Russell. Hey, you had a great preseason, but that's preseason. I don't care about preseason. I don't care about regular season. I don't care about regular season. When it comes to you. It's all about winning championships. It's all about what you do in the playoffs.
Okay. So since you go in that direction, that it's all about in the playoffs, what are the Denver Nuggets? They were the team that put you out last year. So you were saying in the chat that this game don't matter. It's just game 1. This game does matter. You the Los Angeles Lakers. This is the team that put you out. If you're going to get hyped up to beat anybody, it should have been this team. Everybody should have been on all cylinders last night. And can you imagine if the Lakers would have won last night? A, you won in Denver. And B, you beat them, saying that now you got to watch out and take us seriously. And you didn't establish any of that last night. Come on, man.
It's one game, Will. People are overreacting over one game. And it's the first game of the season.
It's a conference game too, though.
It's the first game of the season. The game means nothing.
It's a conference game too. Okay, so when it comes down to the playoffs, and this comes down to who gets first seed, what you gonna say then?
Hey, the Lakers don't want to be number 1 seed in the West. That's not the goal. Because we've seen that they don't have to be a number 1 seed to go to win the championship. All they got to do is be between 1 and 5. That's the goal. But at the end of the day, like I said, they have a new team. You know, they have new pieces that's still figuring things out.
You don't get nobody else. You don't get nobody else that excuse.
I gave an excuse for last night's game for the Golden State Warriors and the Phoenix Suns.
You don't get nobody. You don't get nobody. I didn't hear it. This is the first time you telling me this.
I said it in the chat today this morning.
I didn't see that, but you normally don't give teams excuses like this.
I gave Warriors. I gave Warriors a pass.
I don't give teams, especially championship teams, a pass. Or teams competing for a championship, and the Lakers are competing for a championship. You had all training camp and preseason to get your stuff together, and you're playing on a professional level. This is not a college team. This is a pro team, a contending pro team that should be ready to go and be ready to perform when you hit that floor.
Like I said,
giving nobody no pass. This Freddie Facts. Come on, man. Giving nobody no pass.
Hey, all I'm saying is, bro, it's the first game of the season. Calm down, relax.
Okay, Aaron Rodgers. Relax.
I'm just saying, like, hey, it's the first game. People's overreacting on one game. Like, what do you think about LeBron's minutes restriction type deal? What do you think about that?
I hate it. Because if that man can tell you he can continue to go, you let that man go. That man is 21 seasons in. If that man can tell you, look, coach, I don't want to be out. I want to be in there helping my team win. Because last night you can't blame LeBron for that loss. You can't blame him for that loss. LeBron played well. He was looking for his teammates to carry that game and get that win. So you can't blame LeBron last night.
I'm gonna tell you what I don't. And Gene, brother, please come on the show. I see you in the chat. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. Ain't nobody Lakers that we 1-1 with them. 1-1. We
telling the truth,
dominated the
though.
West.
G
That's
ain't
not
telling
the
the truth. He's telling the truth.
He's not telling the truth.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. Listen, the Nuggets had one good year. One good year. That's it.
I still think that if you would have won that game last night, it would have established something. If you would have won that game, it would have established something last night. It would have put them on notice. We have a new team. We the new sheriff in town. You got to compete with us. You got to deal with us. And they didn't do that last night.
You know what?
Even Christian Wood played okay last night, and they got away from him. And once you got away from him, that's when really things started turning sideways.
Listen, bro, I'm gonna tell you this: the Denver to me is doing too much talking. They're doing too much talking, and I respect the Denver Nuggets. Congratulations to them; they are the NBA champions.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations to them. They've done something that we did not expect. You drafted Joker. You drafted Jamal Murray. You made a trade for Aaron Gordon. You stuck out with your guys.
Drafted Michael Porter Jr. Got Michael Porter Jr.
You drafted Michael Porter Jr.
Mm-hmm.
You built around the edges by bringing a KCP, a Bruce Brown last year.
Mm-hmm.
You've done a hell of a job. Congratulations to the Denver Nuggets. But do you want a cookie? I mean, good God Almighty, Will. I mean,
I think
I'm just saying, bro.
I think Mike Malone does talk a little bit too much. You won the championship. Let that speak for you.
Hey,
you don't have to go out
LeBron James.
Talk.
If anybody can talk, it's LeBron James. He haven't said anything. He just said that the people gonna have to pay for it, and I believe it. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, man. LeBron, you talk about wine that gets better over time. Did y'all see LeBron James last night?
He played well. He played really well.
He said, "Dang the jump shots."
Yep.
He took like 2 or 3 threes. Dang the jump shots.
Yep.
I'm driving it down your chest.
Yep. He played extremely well last night. He played to his strength last night.
At one point, he had 3 dudes on him. He said, "I don't care."
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna tell you where the problem is. The biggest problem that we have, and ladies and gentlemen, you should watch this when this brother got the contract. Even it's bigger than AD. It's D'Angelo Russell. And the reason why I say that is because I've finally seen that LeBron is trusting his point guard. You've seen him let him bring the ball up, initiate the offense. D'Angelo get the ball, doing all kind of stupid things with it, shooting the ball, missing a shot, turning the ball over. I mean, you heard LeBron on the sideline said, D'Angelo said, "We got to get you more pick and roll. We got to get you more in the elbow." He said, "Yo, just give me the ball in the elbow. It's not that I'm gonna shoot it. I see everything." And he's right about that. He can make the correct play for his teammates. But D'Angelo Russell has to do a lot better job. He has to do a lot better job of getting Anthony Davis involved in the game as well, getting him in the spots where AD can eat. I would have liked to seen them run more pick and roll with him and AD a lot more. I would have liked to see the key. And right now, the Lakers kind of showed the key to how to beat Denver last night. And the key is to be physical with them. And that's what LeBron was doing. Once he realized, okay, hey, they can't stop us in the interior. That's because guess what? If you make Jokic work, if you make him work on the defensive end, and it's going to tire him out on the offensive end. Because we've seen in that third quarter, hey, AD can knock down a shot, but neither could Nikola Jokic because he was tired. But once the Lakers went away from their game plan, hey, it opened things back up, and they went on the runs.
I think, and Gene just said it in the chat. Good call, Gene. Anthony Inconsistent Davis. And another thing I like to see from D'Angelo Russell, consistency is important, yes, but in a point guard position, efficiency is just as important. I would like to see him be more efficient when he goes out to the basketball court.
Hold on, Will. See, I'm gonna address Gene. Gene, do you want the link to come on here, sir? Because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it this morning. It's not about me being a fan. It's about me being honest.
What's up, Sergeant? But I just
hold on. Let me
think...
finish this, sir. Hold on. I want to address that point. Yes, the Lakers showed a part of the key to beat them. I'm not saying they showed the whole recipe, but they showed part of it. Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray did look average for a little bit when they was driving it down their throat. When LeBron and AD would start attacking down the middle, making Jokic, being rough with Jamal Murray, it made them work on defense. But when they was on the offensive side, they was tired. Because guess what? They don't have another guy like a Bruce Brown anymore that say, hey, give me the ball, I can make an extra play for you. See, that's what made them great last year, because they had a Bruce Brown who can dribble with the ball, who can create his own shot. That's not KCP. KCP is a guy that is going to run around and he can knock down threes, but he's not going to create the shot for him. So, yes, they showed part of the way to beat them. They might didn't show the whole recipe, but they showed them that if you drive it down their necks, if you be physical with them, you make them work on defense, you make them get tired, that they can look a little bit normal on the offensive end. That's what I meant. I'm sorry, Will.
You're fine.
It's Freddie Facts, man. People ain't gonna. Hey, Gene, I love you. You my brother, but I'm not gonna. Hey, I'm coming for everybody.
Again, you can't be mad at that, man. Everybody's not a Lakers fan.
It's not about being a Laker fan. It's about being objective.
No, it's not. Because you expect people to see things the way you see it, and that's not always going to be the case, bro.
No, Will. When I'm talking about this, I'm not talking about Fred as the Laker fan. I'm talking like this as a Laker, as a NBA analyst with objective eyes. I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty, as me watching that game last night, I took some good things, and I saw some not so good things. I mean, I'm right now like, okay, we got to build around the edges. Like, hey, I'm not gonna lie. I like what I see out of Cam Reddish last night. I liked his defense. He hustled. He's a big body. He had to work on his shot, but I was impressed with him. Taurean Prince, Jared Vanderbilt.
Taurean Prince was very good last night. He was very good.
If I'm Jared Vanderbilt, oh man, I feel bad. But I'm gonna tell you one thing that I was upset with. I was really upset with Darvin Ham's minutes that he gave out. You have a guy in Rui, who was a big part of the second half last year after the trade deadline. He was one of the main reasons why we went on the run. He only plays 15 minutes. I mean,
that's why, and Freddie, that's why I asked a question on a previous show. Is he a good coach? Because when you see him out of timeouts, you see him coming out of timeouts, there's really no adjustments being made. And then you just brought up the facts of Rui's minutes. That's ridiculous. He should have played 25, at least 25, 30 minutes last night.
So I didn't like that. I didn't like him not playing more than 15 minutes because I believe Rui is a big part of it's going to be a big part of our success.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not, to me, it's like Shaq says, about the others. It's about the Austin Reeves, it's about the Ruiz, the D'Angelos, the Taurean Prince, the Vanderbilts, the Christian Woods, who's going to have a big part of this team. The Jackson Hayes, because those guys. Well, hey, Jackson Hayes is going to play a role.
You on Jackson Hayes?
Hey, he's going to play a role, and he's going to be the athletic big that we need. That's going to rebound, block shots, and catch lobs.
I don't know about that.
Okay. And he's finally in a situation where I believe that they'll better utilize him. He had a real good preseason as well. But I didn't like that part. I didn't like the part about the rotations. I'm iffy on the LeBron playing 29 minutes. I'm gonna ride with it so far right now. I do like the concept. I understand the concept, but if it's starting to affect us winning, I'm gonna be like, hey, scratch that. Because hey, if we can play him 29 minutes and we're winning, that's a hell of a game plan, Darvin Ham. Good job. And if we can get to the playoffs, hit with him and AD healthy, hey, that's gonna be dangerous. But if it's affecting our chemistry, if it's affecting us not winning games, we're gonna have to ramp it up. Because even though AD in that first half had a good first half, the game was still close. The Lakers really went on runs when LeBron was in the game. And I kept saying, like, I'm like, why are we taking them out? Like, let's keep them in there. Like, hey, we got them by their throats. We got them by their throats. Like, literally, the momentum of the game is changing. But that's going to be here. That's going to be something we're going to see. Also, D'Angelo Russell. There's a chance that you could be traded this year. People talked about how the Lakers cheated you on their contract. You know why they gave you that low of a contract? It's because they don't believe in you. Why do you think they brought in the Gabe Vincent, who didn't look that good last night? He looked good in moments, but he didn't look as good as we expected him to. I believe that he will come along. And people have to remember playing in Denver with that altitude is a real deal too. But hey, that's a very movable contract. Some team will be willing to move on from you, and they can find them another player throughout the season. So D'Angelo, don't have too many games like that, sir.
Is it an expiring deal, or is it?
It's a 2-year deal.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was an expiring deal or not.
But you get a D'Angelo Russell for $15 million for 2 years, like
who would want him with the way he's playing though?
I mean, hey, I'm gonna tell you this.
Get back to Minnesota.
Will, you're Chicago Bulls. Y'all need a point guard, right?
Not him.
But listen, I'm gonna tell you. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, bro.
Man.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. D'Angelo Russell is a good player. I really believe that. There's some people who can't play in LA. Some people can't play under the brightest lights.
Can you just say the truth? Can you just say some people can't play with LeBron?
Some people can't play with LeBron.
There we go.
I was going to say that. There's two pressures. It's already pressure playing for the Lakers because it comes with expectations. And then you have LeBron James, which brings more expectations, brings more pressure. Everybody can't handle that. So I believe if let's say he go to a team like, I think Memphis would be a good team. I know they got Derrick Rose, but how long is Derrick Rose going to last? He's older.
That's true. Older vet.
Somebody to be a back. I mean, there's spots for D'Angelo Russell, but I would like for it to be a Laker because I love D'Angelo Russell. I liked him when he was here the first time. I didn't think we should have traded him the first time. So I would love for him to work, but if not, D'Angelo, your contract is movable.
Damn. Freddie ready to get rid of you.
No, that's why I wanted. That's why I said that.
But that's my only issue with Dan. He's not a very efficient point guard, and I don't know if he would. Not only his inconsistencies, but again his efficiency. And let's say you do trade him to the Bulls. He's a liability on defense as well. And in the East, you going up against the Donovan Mitchells of the world.
Well, bro, your Bulls are better.
I don't know.
Hey, if your Bulls, if y'all make a trade for D'Angelo Russell, that's short that y'all ready to go for a rebuild. DeMar DeRozan is probably gonna be out of there. They're gonna probably trade Zach LaVine in the offseason.
Should have traded Zach LaVine this season, but that's just me.
Yeah, so it's gonna be that's what that means. I don't think Chicago is gonna be trying to win. I think they're gonna be trying to get money off the books, and they're gonna look at D'Angelo Russell's contract and say, okay, that's cheap. Let's try to make a move, get some pieces off the book, and just try to start over. But the only way we'll do that trade if y'all give us Alex Caruso. I'm just saying.
You want Caruso back?
I want Caruso back. Could you imagine Caruso and Reeves together? Oh my goodness.
I could. That would be nice.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, the Lakers look like Rob Lee look a lot better once we got Austin Reeves because I was mad we got lost Caruso. I'm like, man, what's your plan?
But I don't think the Bulls will part with Caruso because he's the only backcourt. He's the only backcourt player we got that can play defense.
Y'all don't have Pat Bev no more?
Can't nobody else get no stop. Pat Bev in Philly.
Oh.
And I can't stand Pat Bev.
Let's transition. We're going to talk about Philadelphia because I believe that's another topic y'all went too short on the morning show too.
We did talk about that a little bit. Mm-hmm.
I was going to talk about James Harden talking about retirement, but as we started this show, there was breaking news that James Harden has arrived in practice in Philadelphia. What's up, Chad?
What's up, Chad?
Man, I'm going to tell you this. If I'm the NBA, I put my foot down. I'm so sick and tired of James Harden. I'm so sick and tired of hearing this man named for the wrong reasons. I mean, bruh, for the last couple years, you've been a headache. When does your team stop supporting you?
I agree.
I mean, you put on a fat suit to get out. You go MIA to get out. I mean, you've had your way everywhere you go, James Harden. For a guy you're not even the same guy that you was in Houston.
Nope.
Will, I can see if this brother was still the guy that's going to average 30 points a game. He's not that guy anymore.
Mm-mm.
Superstars get special treatments. I understand you said that Daryl Morey lied to you. But, brother, don't you owe him a favor?
Yeah, he does.
How many favors have that brother given to you?
Yep.
You're playing with an MVP and Joel Embiid that actually have a pretty good team. Nobody really wants you but the Clippers. But the Clippers are desperate. They want anybody. They want anybody that will latch on to them.
Well,
to me, I don't like the move with the Clippers. Why?
I don't like it either. I don't like it because it shows you just looking for a big name to keep fans in the stands. That's all it shows.
Bruh, it's like, what are you going to do with Russell Westbrook?
Yep. And that'd be messed up because Russell did all that for you. He adjusted his game for you.
I actually think Russ is a better fit for them.
Yeah, better fit.
I think he brings them the energy that they need. I'm gonna say this. I think he brings the leadership that team was missing.
Yep.
Did you know Russell Westbrook
acknowledged that, by the way?
Yeah. Did you know that Russell Westbrook had a mini camp for them before training camp? The Clippers.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, he did. Not Kawhi.
Mm-hmm.
Not Paul George.
Mm-hmm.
Russell Westbrook. This guy is getting paid like $5 million.
Yeah.
Held a mini camp before training camp. But you want to bring in James Harden, who I wouldn't even let him lead at my job. He's not no leader.
No.
I don't hear about leaders not riding back with their teammates. I don't hear about leaders going to the strip club the night before and all that stuff.
He'll lead at the strip club. That's about it.
Hey, we have a strip club. I want him to run the joint.
Exactly.
Him and Chicken Wing Lou Williams. They can run it. But I'm just saying, man, like James Harden acts like he's still the guy that's averaging 30. No,
he's not.
And he's not a bad player, but he's not the same player.
But to James's credit, you did see, even though his scoring has dipped, you saw his assist numbers go up. So you see he's becoming more of a facilitator, kind of giving us the fact that he knows he's not what he used to be.
Which he should, though. But what I'm saying is, like, you can't be acting a certain way.
No.
If your game don't back it up.
Right.
That's James Harden. I mean, what is his legacy going to be like? I'm going to give you a guy, Allen Iverson. Everybody knew Allen Iverson is a great player. But what do they say about him? Brother didn't win a championship. Played for a couple of different teams. Didn't win anything.
Can you say Carmelo Anthony?
Carmelo Anthony, same way. But you know the different thing about Melo is? Yeah, he was out the league, but he decided to come back and play a different role.
He did.
But you're right. You're absolutely right. Great scores. Wasn't willing to be a team player. wasn't willing to adjust their games. I mean, when Kobe Bryant was alive, God rest his soul, he even came on ESPN and said that style of basketball do not win championships.
Yeah.
The ISO play. Why do you? Hey, I'm gonna tell you the difference. Let's talk about the differences. The difference between Allen Iverson, James Harden, Michael Jordan, and Kobe Bryant. I believe Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan is just as good scorers as those guys. But you know the difference that made them great, Will? They was willing to trust their teammates. They
Oh
was
yeah.
willing to sacrifice. They
Oh
was
yeah.
willing to not make things all about them. That's what made them great. And these two did not figure that out. And you would have thought James Harden going after all these teams, playing the way he's played, that he would realize, hey, I'm not the same guy anymore. But the antics get old. If I'm the
They do.
NBA, I'm
And
going to say,
quick.
hey, are you going to play or you not? If you're not going to play, then get out the league. We have too many young guys. See, I look at it like this. You have too many young guys you taking spots from that have worked their butt off for that opportunity.
Yeah.
And if I'm Joel Embiid, I'm watching. I'm watching.
Cause
If I'm
Joel.
Joel Embiid, he's in his prime.
Mm-hmm. And you wasting it.
Joel, don't waste your time on foolishness.
And you're wasting it. And I agree with Chad. James need to go. James need to go.
Hey, if I was doing what I would do, trade him. Trade him whatever you can get. Build around Maxey. Build around Embiid. Build around the edges. And let's go. I think Maxey is capable of being the guy.
You got a new coach.
Got a new coach. Nick Nurse is a good coach, by the way.
Yep.
So you can't blame it on the coach like y'all blamed it on Doc Rivers.
Let me ask you a question. You keeping Tobias Harris?
I mean, hey, you definitely got to see what's out there.
See, I think Tobias is getting. I think he getting paid too much money for what he brings you.
I agree. I would like for them to. I'm gonna tell you who a good piece would be. Somebody like Kyle Kuzma.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that can create offense, that can rebound. He do compete on the defensive end.
Yes.
But that's another scoring threat for you. Somebody. So yeah. That's what I'm looking at. Let's switch it to the. Let's keep it in the NBA. Let's talk about this load management.
Oh boy.
This load management. We're gonna call it the Kawhi Leonard rule.
That's what it is.
100%. That's exactly what it is.
Hell yeah.
I've never seen a guy be as talented as Kawhi Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard is talented. He should be in the conversation of one of the best players of all time. Because he's different. Like one thing, LeBron is a great player, but LeBron has never been considered a great shooter.
Did you say best player of all time?
No, it's in the conversation.
Oh, okay.
In the conversation. I mean, the dude had multiple championships.
That's a little bit different.
He has the final MVPs.
Yeah.
He's one of the best defensive players in the game.
Yeah.
And I believe that Kawhi Leonard is a great shooter. Like when he goes out to play, he's deadly from the mid-range.
Yes.
Deadly from the mid-range. Deadly, he can shoot the three.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think nobody ever considered LeBron deadly from anywhere else shooting.
No.
But you know what makes him different? That LeBron is always there. That he's always, he's always there. Kawhi Leonard, especially with the Clippers, we don't know if he's gonna ever show up.
Mm-mm.
And I think this elevates the greatness of Greg Popovich, in my opinion, because I believe Greg got the most out of Kawhi. I believe that Greg Popovich is a coach. There was no BS, that he didn't care if you was the star or not. He didn't care. If you wrong, you wrong. But he gonna let it be known. But yeah, I like this load management rule because, man, just think about it. I would be disappointed. I spend my hard-earned money to go to a Laker game when they say, "Oh, AD's out for the night because he's resting." I'll be like, "What the mother truck? I paid all this money, and they ain't there, but they on the bench and they healthy."
But I don't think it's really gonna have the impact they think it will, because a lot of these guys, A lot of these guys, then again, we stick it to the stigma of Kawhi, but I don't think a lot of these guys are really trying to pull that off. Giannis plays majority of his games, and if he's not, he's legit hurt. You look at people like Jason Tatum. Um, you look at Brown. Now Porzingis might be an issue, but I think most of these guys, it won't really be an issue with, because if they're hurt, they're legit hurt. And from what I understand of the rule, as long as you have that legit injury, you won't be penalized for it. So I don't think it's going to have the effect.
I mean, it's facts. I mean, as long as it's legitimate. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie to you. I wouldn't be mad if the Lakers said, you know what, we're not going to play LeBron on back to backs. We're not going to play him so many nights. To me, he gets the pass because he's 38 years old. LeBron's to put his time in, okay? But my problem is AD.
yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, if AD sitting out, he's hurt. I'm gonna tell you, there ain't no load management with AD. He's flat out hurt. I mean, he's hurt. But I think you have to do what makes sense. And when I say about that, like Porzingis, he's a guy that has an injury history.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm Boston, I'm saying, you know what? I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make sure he's healthy. But he's not a star. So, I mean, I don't think there's too many people in the world that's going to go see Kristaps Porzingis play.
Yeah.
They're going to see Tatum. They're going to see Brown.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I would like for them to do this. Instead of not letting them play, just shorten the minutes. Let them play for maybe like a quarter or two, and then rest them. Because what you're doing is you're still getting rest.
Yes.
You're not playing the whole time. And the fans still get to see their favorite player on the court.
Right.
They need to find a way to make it fair on both sides. Because I understand, if you're trying to, if they got an injury or something, we really don't know the truth. I mean,
right.
I'm just being honest. I mean, it's a tough situation. The NBA is just trying to make the game more competitive, and I get it. That's why they brought the end game in season tournament, trying to bring it more competitive. I don't like in a mid season tournament. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I don't care about that trophy. I want the real deal. I don't care. Like, don't bring no that. Okay, that's cool for the Sacramento. That's cool for the Detroits. That's cool for the teams that don't really have a chance to go out for a championship. But if I'm the team, one of these top tier teams, I'm not playing for that. I'm playing for the real deal. I want the real championship trophy. Like, Golden State's looking at that, the Lakers looking at that, Boston, teams that's won recently, they like,
that's a kiddie trophy.
Yeah, that's a kid trophy. I mean, that's college.
Yep.
But yeah. Any more on the load management side?
Nah, I just think he's not going to have the impact I don't think so. The impact the league thinks he's going to have.
All right, last topic. We're gonna close with an NFL topic.
Sure.
Man, is Brock Purdy a fraud? Is Brock Purdy fraudulent? Because there's 2 games now that we've seen him not look the way that we're accustomed to seeing him.
I don't think he's a fraud, because he was never that guy to begin with. He was just average to begin with. Because when you look at somebody who had that talent around him, can make an average quarterback look good, and that's what you saw. Ayuk, Debo when he's healthy, CMC when he's healthy, Kittle when he's healthy. Those guys can make an average quarterback look good, and that's all Brock Purdy is an average quarterback. That's all he is. So you can't be a fraud if you were never that guy to begin with.
I think he's a little bit more than average. I think he's a good quarterback. That's it. I don't think he's a superstar quarterback.
Not by any means. No.
I don't think he's an elite quarterback. I think he's a tier below Kirk Cousins, and it's okay.
I can agree with that.
I'm gonna tell you, he is elite. He's an elite game managing quarterback. And as long as you have, and there's nothing, people think it's something wrong with being a game manager quarterback. There's nothing
That's what
wrong
Trent
with it.
Dilfer was when he won the Super Bowl.
Exactly. Tom Brady in his early years was a game manager quarterback. So there's nothing wrong with being that.
No.
Hey, the problem is Debo's not there. Chris McCaffrey's banged up. I'm gonna tell you, I think San Francisco should do it. And they will be a team to do it. I understand you got a juke, you got weapons. They need one more guy. And who's that one more guy? Brother, they go out and get a Devontae Adams.
How do you pull that trade off, though?
And man, I don't know. Nobody expected them to pull out a Christian McCaffrey trade.
That's true, too.
Nobody expected that. So, hey, the 49ers, they're always bold to do something. I believe they need another receiver, somebody that can run routes, somebody that can, kill you on that game. You already have Debo. You can line him up as a back. You can line him up as a receiver. Yep. But he's not running the routes like the way that you need him to. I mean, he's not an elite route runner. But if you get somebody that can create separation on their own, hey, they'll be they're a great team. I'm not going to overreact in 2 games. People are overreacting. Yeah, they have one of the best defenses in the game. I'm not going to overreact, on them just yet. I believe they are who we think they are. But I don't think Brock Purdy is fraudulent because, like I said, I expected him to look normal because when the star players are away, he's going to look average.
Oh, yeah, man. And for the most part, that's most quarterbacks. When your superstar players are gone, you're going to look average.
Yeah. So, I mean, I believe he's better than Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
I believe he's better than a lot of guys in the NFL, actually.
Geno Smith.
I just don't. I think he's better than Dak Prescott.
I can buy that.
I think Dak Prescott really should be a game manager quarterback. I've always said that. His first year in the league, when they was running the ball more, and they did the play action pass with him, that was the best version of Dak Prescott.
That's the ticket. Yeah, that's the ticket.
But when they got him that contract, and they wanted him to do more because they can pay him more, that's when all the interceptions, that's when all the problems turned out. So I mean, if people think there's something wrong with being a game manager quarterback, it is nothing wrong with it, ladies and gentlemen, at all.
And now that you got Mike McCarthy calling plays, it's even 10 times worse.
Man, so was it you, Mike McCarthy? Was it Kellen Moore? Yeah, I was averaging 30 points last year.
Now that Charger defense can't stop a cold, but they're scoring. They can't stop a cold.
That's crazy because the Chargers have good defensive players on that side of the ball.
And that's crazy that they can't stop nobody.
Bosa, that's crazy.
Darren James from my Florida State Seminole. Come on now.
Yeah. So maybe that's I think Stanley got to go though. It's been time for him to go.
Yeah, I think it's time for him to go. I don't think he's a good coach either.
And people want to criticize Jalen Hurts. What's the quarterback name? Herbert. Justin Herbert. People want to criticize him. And I'm like this. I'm not criticizing him until he's in the best situation. When you get Ricky, when you give him a complimented coach, then okay, let's talk.
Right.
Then okay, Herbert, the pressure's on you now. I need to see what you look like now. Because we've seen Stanley do some boneheaded stuff.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So
particularly that playoff game last season.
Exactly. But I had to come on here, put you in your place about my Lakers because you were disrespectful.
You tried, sir.
And next time you have a background, you need to have a Laker. I think you're racist toward my Lakers. I think you're racist towards my Lakers.
I don't like them. I ain't gonna say it, friend. I go say racist, but I don't like them.
How do you have LeBron James in the Cleveland Cavalier jersey?
What's wrong with that?
He hasn't played with them in 6 years?
I like this background. I
don't care. Update it. I'm gonna send you a new one. Update it. I don't care. But hey, y'all, this is another episode of Freddie Facts. I want to thank my brother William for coming on. He's a good dude. Make sure you guys Follow him. Will tell him all the platforms they can find you on and all that good stuff, brother.
You can find me on the Sports Report podcast on Facebook. I'm on Monday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern, talking general sports. Talking pro wrestling on Tuesday nights, 10 p.m. Sports Report Fight Night. Wednesday, I'll be over on the Player versus Team podcast from the Sidelines crew. Check those guys out on Facebook. And Saturday night, I do my geek show, the Geek Gauntlet podcast, again on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, every Saturday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. Won't be on this week because of Halloween, but we'll be back that following week.
Hey, Will, stay on after the show because I want to throw out another show idea. I just sat up here and just thought about we're going to bring to the audience potentially.
Okay.
You guys, this is another episode of Freddie Facts of the Sports Empire Network for another great one. Until next time, we're out of here.
What are we talking about? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play.